Hey, good morning. I'm Rod Hill coming to you from Vancouver, Washington. A nice day off to me, all excited about it. Woke up this morning, looked outside, looked on my computer, saw the radar that you're looking at this morning in the 8 o'clock hour, and immediately said to myself, that's not what I said would happen today. So obviously, it's time for an update. The forecast not accurate for today that I had given you. So it's the same overall flow pattern that we've been in. We're on the backside of this upper level ridge. The weather modeling not handling any of this, basically showing a near 0% chance of rain at times over the past 2 weeks that it has been raining. So you're trying to nit and pick as a forecaster and pick the days that you think are most likely to see some development. Did not think today was one of those, but here we go. And where you see the bright colors just outside of Portland in the 8 o'clock hour, realize all of this is moving from east back to west into the valley. So this rain is coming into the Portland metro area, and there are at least a couple of embedded downpours. Now, back over the Cascades, last night, early this morning, lightning was detected. So far, no lightning detected here, just heavy rain, but could there be lightning pop? Absolutely. And then moving again east to west, back out over the Pacific, you have more rain in Newport. So this scattered shower threat, obviously today, still in the forecast for tomorrow. I've added for Sunday, and we're still looking at an upper level low, bringing us what should be at least 1 to 2 decent periods of widespread soaking rainfall, increasing during the day Monday night into Tuesday. So I'll get you the update on what I am seeing. All of this brought to you by the Momentous Wealth Podcast. You can listen on Apple Podcasts and also on Spotify. These are investment topics meant to educate you if you're like me and you're saving for your retirement, your 401k, et cetera, et cetera. Brought to you by Momentous Wealth Management. And yes, they are licensed in Oregon and in Washington. So let's start. Let's go to the imagery page on my weather site that I own and operate, which is portlandweather.com. So here is again all the rain. You can see the movement bringing this, what initially is very light rain into Portland, but if these heavy downpours out on the east side hold together, and they may or may not, then we would get some heavier rain rates, at least in spotty areas moving through. And then you've got all of this rain back in the gorge and still bouncing off of Mount Hood. So the satellite picture is really impressive. So follow my cursor. Here is, I mean, good grief. Let me get my magnifying glass out. All right. Here's Portland right there. See, that's Portland. All right. And then right in here, that's that convection where you see the kind of the knuckling of the imagery on the satellite picture of that little cluster of rain and some downpours mixed in that's moving into Portland. And then if you look back over the Cascades and over to Central Oregon, good grief. This is a lot of cloudiness yet to come our way. So, ongoing shower chance, you start to ask yourself, are we going to get any sun today? If we do, it's not going to be later until later. And then if that's the case, you have to ask yourself, are we going to get up to 80 or are we going to stay in the 70s? So clearly a big change to the forecast. Now, here is the lightning detection. And right in here, you see some lightning down around Newport. You see a lightning strike up around Mount Hood too, but so far nothing in the Portland metro area. But see the little arc? So there's a little disturbance in here, obviously. And then all this, it's fueling this little push of showers and even thunder showers that have moved in. I mentioned the overall setup is what we've been talking about for several days. So follow this. Let me see here. Pardon the old man magnifying glass. 582 contour. So this 582 contour loft, that is the center of the ridge. And obviously, we are now on the backside or on the west side of the ridge. There's this 564 low setting out to sea. There's a weaker low, a little disturbance shooting up around it. So the instability area is right in here, and that's right where we are. So that's going to continue. The instability on the backside of an upper ridge, moist, humid, unstable flow coming out of the Pacific, coming up from the south. Remember, a south flow pattern, that's our unstable flow pattern here locally where we live. And that's what we have going on. None of this, I don't think, is going to, I mean, I'm trying to say for the most part, it's going to be way more dry today than wet, but obviously we're in the scattered shower zone. I mentioned the weather modeling, and I've looked at all of them. The European, there's a couple of Canadian models, there's obviously several US models. None of them do a good job at pinpointing any of this. This is the American GFS model, and this is rain totals through this afternoon at at 5 p.m. So you're seeing some rain totals in Central Oregon. You're seeing some rain totals down in the Central and South Valley. You're seeing just a smidge east of Portland, but overall it's not picking and around Newport. So it's picking up some of the activity, but not everything. And then here we go into Monday. This is, excuse me, into Saturday. So overnight tonight into Saturday morning, this blows up a little bit of shower activity near to west of Portland, and then up through St. Helens and Scappoose, and then on up I-5 through Kelso Longview and even up into Astoria. That's later tonight, early tomorrow morning. And then it continues shower activity in the up around Seattle, Tacoma, and Olympia during the day Saturday. Here's late Saturday. It's given Portland just a little tick of some rain, but not much. Okay. Again, this is a cumulative, so you have to look for the numbers to change. And when the numbers change, you're like, okay, there was some rain. And then we get into Sunday. Now, notice Sunday, the rain is primarily up here to the north. It's still possible that we have morning clouds and partly cloudy skies in the afternoon and a dry Sunday, but because the flow pattern looks very similar to what we're seeing now, I've added the chance of showers on Sunday, which makes logical sense, right? Can't guarantee we're going to get any rain. So again, this keeps us dry Sunday, Sunday night into Monday morning. Here's Monday afternoon. And here comes that big soak. Look at the numbers jump. Holy moly, right? So let me back this up. This goes through basically Tuesday noon, we'll say. Now, do I think this is overdone? Probably. This is the American GFS model. But good grief, it's showing an inch of rain. Nearly all of that comes in Monday afternoon, Monday night into Tuesday morning in Portland, a half of an inch of rain down through Salem, an inch of rain up around Seattle, Tacoma, Olympia. So, so let's say this is way overdone. And let's say this is in reality somewhere between a quarter to a half of an inch of rain. We'll see. Now, here's what the models are picking up on. So this is the European model. This is the 500 millibar flow with what we call positive vorticity. Again, vorticity is cyclonic spin, but on a kind of a flat horizontal plane. But it's these little disturbances that we talk about spinning in the atmosphere. So here we are this morning. And again, right here is the backside of the ridge. See the ridge arcing right here, eastern Oregon, Washington? We're on the backside of it. There's that secondary low that's developed. Here's all the energy spinning up into it. And that's the instability area that we are now sitting in. And that continues today. And then actually, see the little disturbance here? It pushes north during the day tomorrow. That's why there has always been a chance of showers in Saturday's forecast, and certainly an increasing chance of showers as the day goes along. You see this disturbance building northward, especially Saturday afternoon. There's clearly a lot of energy Saturday overnight into Sunday morning. Now, the models, the disturbance does weaken, and they still show we could be dry on Sunday, but I'm throwing in a chance of rain showers. Looking at this, I think you'll agree with me. Here's the upper level low. See the enclosed contour right here? This is Monday morning. And for the first time in weeks, we actually have a weather system that's pushing inland. I'm going to stop this Tuesday morning. You know, the last handful of weeks, and we had some decent rain in August, but the lows kind of swung up along the coast, didn't push inland, and then they swung back away from us. This one's coming inland. So you would have reasonable hope, is the word I'm going to use, that we could get some beneficial soaking rains. Remember, it's still fire season. Soaking rainfall would be good, especially over in central and eastern Oregon. So here's the upper level low right on top of us Tuesday. So if this is correct, it makes sense. We're going to have solid cloud cover, widespread, occasional periods of fairly steady rain setting up, increasing in the PM hours of Monday, Monday night, and into and continuing during the day Tuesday. I mean, this could be some convective, pretty heavy rain rates. Now, that low weakens during the day Wednesday. Here's Wednesday afternoon. It's hard to see, but here's the low. It's weakened and it's dropped back down into Northern California, Nevada, and kind of over into southeastern Oregon. So if that's true, the main rain would be Monday night through Tuesday. Wednesday would be some sun breaks, some scattered showers continuing. And let's see here, this only goes into Wednesday night. And then Thursday, I think this is out. See the ridging up here? And if that's the case, current timing would show us a dry Thursday. Okay. So I just wanted to give you an update that my forecast for today was wrong. And this is what I'm looking at as we get going into the weekend. So I've added the showers today. Let me read it. Mostly cloudy to partly sunny. Rain showers expected, especially this morning. Duh. Including possible thunder showers. Duh, because we've seen that. All right. Mix of cloudiness, possible showers tonight. An ongoing chance of showers during the day on Saturday. I may reword that to say increasing showers expected into the afternoon. Rain totals generally light tomorrow. That's still good. Mix of cloudy and a shower chance continues on Saturday. I'm going to add it into Sunday. And then we've got Monday. Cloudy, likely showers or rain at times increasing during the afternoon hours. We saw that. Likely rain Monday night, likely rain Tuesday. A quarter to a half of an inch of rain. Let's hope we get that. Maybe we get more. Let's hope we at least do that. And then scattered shower throughout Wednesday, and then dry on Thursday. And there are the numbers. We will need some sun this afternoon and some dry time to get up to 82. Otherwise, we're going to be in the 70s. And then look at this, starting tomorrow, 70s all the way through Thursday. I hold on. I think I've got the map that I had on KG. Yeah, okay. This is the map I had on KGW TV yesterday. Update on the Northwest large wildfires. Remember a couple weeks ago, I was making a big deal that we had zero wildfires burning, large ones in Oregon. It was such fantastic news. Well, the last couple of weeks, we've seen lightning activity increase, and boom, all of a sudden, we've got 17 large fires burning, almost split, but slightly more of those. 17 are up in Washington, slightly lesser in Oregon. But you can see it's fairly widespread activity. The biggest one in Oregon is still the Immigrant Fire, 26,000 acres down here, burning timber, southeastern Lane County, up into the Cascades. They're making progress. I think with the cooler, wet weather pattern into next week, we'll start getting containment numbers, which is improving fire news out of that fire. Clearly, the smoke from all these fires is going to be laying down with cooler and wet weather. That'll improve air quality. But this immigrant fire in timber at 26,000 acres is likely to burn now all the way into November. So, anyway, that is your update. Thanks for watching so much. I'm meteorologist Rod Hill. Tell your friends about my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. You'll be notified when I post on days like today when you're thinking, what the heck? And it also helps me out too. I'll talk to you soon.